Jubilee dropped a debate between alphas and betas as they labeled them. I had to make a video about this. So here's my response. They are talking from intuition and show a profound incapability at reasoning. They keep throwing non-sequiturs and strawmans as rebuttals, but they ain't disproving anything. This is why all the disagreement lapse into subtle, let's agree to disagree. The alphas came out representing the red pill well. The show stayed wholesome and respectful. Many women are being salty in the comments. I suppose they are upset that the manosphere is gaining prominence. Nobody expected this space to go anywhere. Here's my attempt at answering their statements. Statement. Men are designed to want to sleep with multiple women, not designed, evolved. And yes, we are polygamous species in the biological sense, not the legal and social sense. There are exceptions, of course. They don't disprove the rule. Statement. Submissive women are more attractive than dominating women. Submissive is a loaded term and definitely not a mechanical descriptor. Most societies have a concept of the duty of the wife to her husband beyond simply following him blindly. In fact, most argue against following him blindly. Correct me on this if I'm wrong. My religion bros. According to Christianity, women have to submit to your mission of worshiping God. If they submit to a heathen, their submission doesn't spare them hell. So, again, it's a loaded term, and definitely not a mechanical descriptor. It's also variable. Submissive is an intersubjective judgment. Even the alphas in this debates disagreed with what was submissive to them. In manosphere, we call women who stay at home submissive. However, I think the submission in here is performative, since it's not accompanied by a change in laws. They claim also she's going to have lower correlates with divorce, but it turns out right-wingers divorce more than leftists. So, no. Statement. I am great at sex. Funny question. They all said yes. Statement. Women should not be in positions of power. Only the black guy said yes. It harkens back to what submissive means to him, which is men are leaders, and women must blindly follow. However, he allowed leeway in case no men is present. As for me, I will refuse to answer. This is a deceptive question. They are trying to frame believing women should be in leadership positions as inherently positive, and any deviation, even if minor, is a negative. A question of whether they should be there or not is a matter of electoralism and subject to majoritarian rule, and each candidate should be judged per individual basis, not voted for by blind faith in whatever is between their legs. Unfortunately, feminists only believe in the latter. Instead of asking, has the leadership of women generally aligned with men's best interest, which is much more pertinent to the debate, they decided to ask whether they should be leaders at all. This framing gives the agreement the upper hand. The opposition just sounds bad, even if the women leading society at that time and place are demonstrably terrible and more tyrannical than the men. So, to answer the deceptive question nonetheless, I want to make my politics clear. You see, my judgment of whether women should be in positions of power is independent of the benefits that said leadership brings. In other words, neither influences the others. If feminism had not discriminated against men in healthcare, education, military service, domestic violence, sexual assault, justice system, employment and workplace, divorce and custody and child support and alimony, media representation and awareness of men's issues, I wouldn't be against it at all. But here I am, in a Potemkin village arguing with progressives men should have rights. Statement. A man can just be friends with an attractive woman. I didn't watch this part because it's a stupid question. You decide for yourself. I don't give a shit. Statement. A man should not cry in front of his kids. I disagree with this. While definitely there's something to be said about emotional incest and relying on your kids unduly for emotional support, I don't think shedding tears is a crime or a badge of shame. If your wife disrespects you because of this, fuck her. You are being abused. Anyhow, that's all I had to say. See you on the next one.